Increase our intelligence funding. Apparently, oh right, I guess since we turned into Soviet Russia and stopped being ordinary Russia, our intelligence targets have all been sort of wiped from the list, which means I'm going to actually have to go around setting all these up again, which is just dandy. Right, we'll add you, and we'll add America. Mainly because, and we'll give them quite a high priority as well, mainly because trying to get spies into America for some reason, especially as Russia, is incredibly difficult. We'll put some spies in, I think, the Pacific states as well, since they don't appear to be going anywhere, but I'll keep it quite low priority. And Japan as well. Lovely. And I'm not going to bother with the Eastern Puppet States, to be honest. Although I would like to find out whether or not Poland's allied with the Germans. No, it's not. It's good. So that is good news. However, unfortunately, the Ukrainians are still allied with the Germans, and I was hoping that they might leave the German alliance, because sometimes they do that. And sometimes they even have a communist revolution. But that's very rare. I guess it's not going to happen this time, so we'll just have to take them over when the war comes. Hopefully we will fare better than the Russians did, of course, in real life in World War II. I mean, I don't want to have to be defending freaking Stalingrad, or whatever it's called now, Tsaritsyn, all over there for 2 years, like they did in real life, but you never know. Well, what would you... Oh, right, they were researching artillery or something, I think. Yeah, 1938, which means we can now... Oh, sorry, 1936, which means we can now research light tank 1938. Which is good. Ah, there you are. It's now October the 14th, 1938, which means the factory should all be done very soon. In fact, I'm going to actually queue up a crap load more of them after that, because you do get a bonus for building one unit after another, after another, after another. It's called a gearing bonus, and basically the more things you build in serial, one after another, the faster the next one, after the next one, after the next one is to build. So I'm going to queue those up to an insane amount, and which basically just means it's queued up loads. Might not build that many, but it means that I won't lose any bonuses. And I can simply choose to cancel the production whenever I want, once I'm done with them. So yeah. Alright, yeah, I think some of them... Are they done yet? No, they're not done yet, but our industrial capacity nonetheless shot up to 166 quite recently for some reason. Which is great news. Maybe it was that event. Maybe I missed the thing on it tab somehow that said that it was going to increase. I could put that into upgrades, but actually no, I'm not. I'm going to leave that at 60, and I'm going to build an extra 2 factories with that industrial capacity we've just been given. So one there and one there. Alright, there we go. Industrial capacity has been completed. Now that won't instantly give us a crap load of industry, because the factories themselves now actually have to be sort of quote-unquote built. So if you look over here, our industrial capacity in Leningrad, or sorry, Petrograd, right now is 5 out of 6, which means that the last point of it, which we've just added now, hasn't quite been built yet. But it will be finished soon, because it will slowly go up over time. So that is now at 5.09, 5.14, etc, etc. So yeah, after a little while, that'll make our industrial capacity shoot up a good deal as well. And the next round of those will start to build as well. So yeah, these ones will be done in May 1st, 1943? What? Really? That doesn't seem right. Oh wait, no, that's when the entire stack would be finished. Alright, the next one will be built in September the 25th, 1939. And these ones will be finished at September 25th, 5th as well. So that's alright then. So September next year. So that is just under a year's time from now. We will get another big lump of industrial capacity, which we've got 171 now, and Germany's got 225. So we are actually closing the gap pretty fucking fast here, which is great. Oh, clergy's criticised the government again because they're fucking douchebag a-holes. See, this is why I was saying earlier maybe it would have been a good idea to just chuck them out of Russia completely. But at the time I just couldn't take that dissent hit, unfortunately. Was not an option on the cards. I'm actually going to increase consumer goods a little bit now to try and combat the dissent we've been building up slowly. And I don't know if you can hear that constant ka-chunk in the background, but that's all our units upgrading to infantry 1931, which is great. Anyway, again, nothing really that interesting is happening, so I will skip ahead, and I will most likely come back when we're about to invade either these countries down here or Turkestan. Let me just double check that. Wait a minute, what? Okay, apparently we're at war with Armenia. Yeah, literally, yeah, we are at war. In a war versus Soviet Republic and Georgia. Did Georgia declare war on them or something? Let me just scroll up here. What the fuck? Were we at war with them before? I don't understand. If we're at war with them, why isn't Georgia invading them? That's strange. But anyway, okay. We're not at war with Azerbaijan though, so well, I guess we'll just invade Armenia then. That may well be unsuccessfully actually. I'm just going to take military control over Georgia straight away, in fact. Assuming direct control. Where is the option? It's here somewhere. There it is. Assume military control. Which basically means we have direct control over their troops. Which means that I won't have to bring around a bunch of Russian divisions to get slaughtered attacking Armenia, and I can just use the Georgians instead. Actually, I've just decided. Right, okay. If we were to attack Yerevan now from Tbilisi, that would actually go to the Georgians because we're attacking from Georgian territory. But I don't want that to happen. Actually, I want that to go to us. So, you know, actually, what we're going to need to do, I think, is declare war on Azerbaijan, and then go round with these guys here, so that we actually get it for ourselves, as opposed to it going to Georgia, our allies. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So yeah, let's let's just get this over with. Azerbaijan demand what territory? Well, it has no chance of succeeding anyway, but yeah, let's declare war. Actually, you know what? No, let's not declare war. Let's save the game first. It's usually a wise policy with this sort of thing. In case, like, Germany randomly decides to declare war on me for doing that or something, because that can happen sometimes if you've got high belligerence or whatever. Right, so let's just do this. We've declared war on Azerbaijan. Attack! And you chaps up here can support that attack. And, right, you're all Lieutenant General, so I think I might promote you to a General. There we go. Just so we don't get any penalties for having too many troops involved in the fight. And, yeah, we're beaten fairly squarely. Yeah, they have, like, 1918 infantry divisions here, so in spite of the fact that we're still stuck with, like, shitty 1926, we're actually still beating them anyway. So, and some of these Georgian divisions are actually 1921, so yeah. There we go. That might be all we need to annex them. Yeah, it is. Good. Perfect, as the message box points out. And now we can actually invade Armenia. Baku captured. Oh right, yeah, and we get a few more -4 industrial capacity type events because the factories there are in a shit state of repair. Alright, no, apparently in this one, during the battle, some factories of the city were destroyed and may never be reconstructed. I'm guessing the reason these events actually are in the game is to put a bit of balance on Russia, because I imagine if you didn't have those events and you were playing as Russia and you took back all these former territories, your industrial capacity would actually go up very, very high. Especially since we have national claims on them, which means that after conquering them we'd get the full bonus of the industrial capacity there, as opposed to sort of only a measured amount of it for being occupied territory as opposed to national territory. And our policy can be changed again. Already? Apparently so. Another one over to Hawk Lobby, which will again I think give us a bit more stuff, possibly. Maybe a bit more industrial capacity or something, not sure. I didn't hover over the thing to find out, I must admit. And the Armenians are collapsing as well. I would love to find out why we're at war with them, or when we started being at war with them. Political blunder, minister forced to resign. Political blunders happen all the time. More than one minister of the past and today has been forced to resign after he leaked vital information to the press, accidentally insulted an important functionary, or was responsible for a national tragedy. So apparently Maxim Litvinov has screwed up, and we can either just not make him resign, or we can make him resign, and we'll get Vyacheslav Molotov instead. And Molotov's pretty useful, so we'll do that. Yes, Molotov. He was the foreign minister of the Soviet Union in real life, so you know, I guess it makes sense to have him on board. I think I knocked the mic again there. Sorry about that. It's a slow battle, but we are taking Yerevan. And more researchers. Oh my goodness, crapping hell. We've got lots and lots of tech teams sat around doing nothing. That's bad. Holy shit. Okay, right. Frame rate screwing around again. It's just, I think my computer's having a bad day today and is randomly deciding that our frame rate is going to drop periodically. God knows why. It's just doing that. So anyway, although we're horrendously behind on a lot of stuff, again, you know, aircraft's not really important to us at all. It's like a post-war thing, really, for us. So let's research an air doctrine, I think. That might be a good idea. Right, so you can research that. You can research frontal missions, or possibly fighter veteran initiative. One of the two. They do almost exactly the same thing after all. Oh, we have some really terrible tech teams when it comes to aircraft, don't we? I mean, really awful. Right, Illusion Design Bureau, you can do that. Now you have the pleasure of working on Artillery 1938. You, Maxim Suborov, you can work on some computer stuff. Who there, computer man? Fix my Soviet pants. Right, decryption, I think. Yeah, decryption. Is there anyone better for it than him? There might be. There might be. Yeah, there's... Oh, no. Right, the Baku State University have a skill of 2. That's terrible. No, I'm not going to bother. I'll just get Maxim Suborov doing it again. Right, so he's going to work on some decryption devices, which will hopefully mean that we'll be able to at least see how many divisions properly the Ukrainians have on our border, for instance. In the meantime, I can hear more clunking around as more stuff upgrades, and hopefully now we can actually annex Armenia. We can... No, I don't want to sue for peace. What the... No! Annex. Thank you. Perfect. Brilliant. Great. That's fine. Now, you guys stay there. You guys stay there. In fact, actually, you lot can do anti-partisan duty, and so can you. Brilliant. So yeah, we got another couple of countries under our belt there, which will give us a little bit more industrial capacity, which is nice. Which is currently at 153, when before it was at 170 something or other, which is kind of odd. Now it's 159. I guess it's still increasing from all those factories we built. But I don't know why it went down. Maybe because we're at war. Oh yeah, that'll be it. We were at war with Armenia, which meant that we had a significant bonus to our industry. Because being at war means you don't suffer from your normal peacetime IC modifier. But now we're at peace. It's gone. Which means that actually in hindsight maybe it would have been a good idea to actually stay at war with Armenia for a long time just so we got the extra industrial bonus. But whatever. Basic light tank is finished in the meantime. Which can be upgraded to light tank 1939. Which will then allow us to get medium tanks. And let me just check our sliders are okay. Right, no, they're not. That needs to go up to 60. That apparently needs to go up to 3-ish, and we still only have 26 assigned to upgrades, and we need still 836. But never mind, we'll just have to make do. I tell you what, as this LP goes on and on and on, I'm feeling less and less confident in my ability to actually win this. To be perfectly honest with you, it could still happen, but you never know. I'm still debating whether actually, if it really does go incredibly badly and the shit hits the fan, I'm debating as to whether to just accept that or whether to maybe lower the difficulty a bit and continue on. But we'll cross that bridge when we potentially come to it. I'm playing on normal at the minute though, for those who are interested. But we could bump it down to easy if it gets too difficult. But hopefully it won't. I don't like going on to easy because it just feels like cheating. Because it gives your units in combat a sort of very unfair bonus. But what it also does is gives you a slightly bonus to industrial capacity, which is the bright side of it. But I don't like having the combat being any easier than it already is. Integration of Armenia, great. They're all considered national provinces, and if we haven't already had it, I'm sure we'll get an event in the moment telling us that we found all their factories and they were full of giant pink elephant mice or something, which meant we can't use them, which means we'll lose some industrial capacity, because that's just the way it goes with this for some reason. And we're wasting 6 industrial capacity for some reason. Ah, reinforcements, that was the culprit. Yeah, I'll come back soon. Probably, like I said, like I was going to say last time when we invade Turkestan, because that's next on the list of things to do, really. So, BRB. Right, just popping record on just for a little second there to mention that the non-aggression pact we apparently had with the German Empire has just expired, which could potentially be quite bad. I don't really want to do anything that'll piss the Germans off too much. Because if they invade us now without even France at war with them or anything, we are going to be so fucked. So hard. And so fast by the German Empire. I mean, seriously. They have a better and bigger military than us at this point, and it's not something I want to have to deal with. Because otherwise that will be basically just the end of this LP if Germany invades. At this point, we're in a worse off position even than Russia was in real life when the Germans invaded. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd let you all know that just happened. And hopefully when I come back, Russia won't all be grey. So yeah, BRB once more.